Hey guys, great to be with you today in Godspot. I want to talk to you about the power of process. In Matthew 16, 18 through 19, Jesus says, "And I say to you that you're Peter, and on the rock I will build my church, and the gates of Hades shall not prevail against it. And I will give you the keys of the kingdom of heaven, and whatever you bind on earth shall be bound in heaven. Whatever you loose on earth shall be loosed in heaven." This is a powerful transition. Jesus is speaking to Peter and says, "You're going to become the rock." He says, "This is the goal, Peter. You are Simon the Reed, and there's a day coming, you're going to become Peter the rock. And upon the revelation that you've had of who I am as a son of God, I'm going to build my church. And you're going to be a part of it because you'll become Peter the rock. Like a tree planted like the water, that'll be you, Peter. You'll be like a rock, Peter. You'll be resilient, immovable, unbreakable. This is who you're going to become." Now, we need to understand that that may be the goal, and Peter didn't wake up the next day or the next moment and was Peter the rock. In fact, he challenged Jesus about his death and resurrection, and Jesus rebuked him publicly and had to go at it because Peter had to go through the process before he became Peter the rock. And there's something about the process that does something for us. It's quite powerful. It uncovers a few things, like it uncovers our hidden strength. Sometimes you don't even know the strength you have until you go through a tough time. Or two, it helps us face our fears, and the fears of rejection or fears of failure or making a mistake or going bankrupt. These fears are very real, and you have to overcome them when you're going through the process. Or thirdly, you are able to develop resilience. And resilience is really important too, just as important as anything. And it's a process that gives us resilience. So here's a challenge I want to really give you today. And that is, firstly, I want you to learn to embrace the process, because it's a process that makes us. And more often than not, the process itself is where the true value lies of who we are, what we become, and how we achieve that goal. And what it does, it gives us the opportunity to engage the moment. Simon, before he became Peter the rock, had to go through the process. And some of these were memorable moments. Some, there were mistakes and failings, and there are also great wins as well. Think about this. Peter walked on water. How many people do you know walked on water? But he also sank, had to be helped. He lied about paying taxes. And then Jesus told him to go fishing, and he pulled a coin out of the fish's mouth. I mean, incredible moments. He saw the multitudes being fed. At first he said, "Jesus, feed them." He said, "Well, what with?" And they fed the multitude with the boys' lunch. This didn't happen once, it happened twice. And in our text, here he is, public praise for the revelation of who Jesus was. The goal is set, you're going to become Peter the rock, and he's rebuked. Because Jesus, you don't have to die, and he's rebuked out of this and publicly dressed down over this. So you need to embrace the process, because there's something about that really makes you who you are. Think secondly then about the power mindset. To truly grasp the power process, we have to cultivate a mindset that embraces growth and celebrates every step forward. Instead of seeing our failings as setbacks, understand they are stepping stones to the goal. They are stepping stones to success that we're looking for. And even though there may be a detour along the way, detours add richness to the journey. And it shapes us into something stronger as individuals. Thirdly, I think we need to take action. Now that we understand the power and significance of the process, we need to apply that wisdom to our lives. So here are a few actionable steps I think will really help you. Set meaningful milestones, or set meaningful goals. And they don't have to be the big hairy goals. They need to be smaller goals, actionable goals, achievable goals that you can get a win every day or every other day, or at least once a week, and it moves you towards that goal. It's not saving money that you're able to save $1 a day. That multiplies and builds up over a year. And so it's just working at these meaningful milestones. You know, another thing you need to do, I think, to really help you that's actionable is celebrate each milestone. Celebrate the wins. Don't just plan for them, but celebrate the wins. Celebrate them and enjoy that moment. And finally, practice mindfulness and fully immerse yourself in what you're doing. and find an attitude of gratitude. And if you cherish these lessons along the way, you'd be amazed about the power of process. This is Scott from Godspot. Have a great day. Thanks for listening.